En esta oportunidad tendremos la bendición de poder conocer un poquito de la historia de un personaje que ha dado la vuelta al mundo contando su historia. Una historia muy dura como la que muchos a lo mejor han vivido aquí en Guatemala y en países muy similares a los nuestros. Él es Reon Schutte, él es sudafricano y estuvo en prisión, una de las peores prisiones del mundo durante mucho tiempo. Así que primero le damos la bienvenida a Viva la Mañana y qué gusto tenerte con nosotros. Reon, welcome to Guatemala and to Viva la Mañana. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine, and thank you for inviting me back to your country. It's my third time here.
Yeah, and we're glad to have you here. Reon, tell us a little bit about your story. You know, TV time is gold, so we don't have much time, but can you tell us, share to us a little bit of your story?
I'm a South African, joined the military when I was 16, became a special force soldier when I was 18, fought a guerrilla war for 16 years in 13 African countries. I was captured and became a political prisoner in 1992. I spent 12 years, 8 months as a political prisoner in one of the world's worst prisons. I was pardoned 5 years ago, and I since traveled the world spreading my story and encouraging people.
And what were the conditions there in that jail?
It has been declared the worst prison in the world by Amnesty International, Red Cross International, and various other organizations. It's a death camp.
What are those experiences that you had that you sometimes had shared with us, Guatemala and other people in the world?
What Chikarubi taught me and the war taught me was that we all have the power of choice. Nothing in life happens to us without us having the power to choose. At every moment in our lives, we have the power to choose what we're going to do. Sometimes we cannot choose our circumstances. And you cannot change your circumstances, but you can choose to change your attitude towards those circumstances. And that makes the whole world a difference. Chikarubi taught me that anything in life is possible. Failure is not an option until you decide to give up. And that you can overcome anything in life. You need to choose. You either have to choose to be a victim or a victor. And I think that's very much in the world, basically, it comes down to. Choose what you want to be, a victim or a victim.
I think we in Guatemala live a situation similar, maybe, as you had, because I think we live in a prison here in our country. We're in our cars and we're always looking back if something happens, or we're in our houses and we don't feel safe. We're like in a little big prison. What message would you give us, Guatemalan? Because we don't control the situation here. We don't have control for that. If we do, I'm sure we all would like to change that. But what about this kind of criminality and all those things that we live now in Guatemala?
Tuti, you have a beautiful country and you have beautiful people in this country. It's my privilege to be back here for the third time. I know Guatemala. I know the situation you're living in, the fear, the anger, the frustration. But you know what life taught me? If we want to make a change in our lives, in our country, in the world, we have to be part of that change. We have to be that change. I understand you're living in fear. I understand there's a lot of violence. But how do you stop that violence? By reaching out to those people perpetrating the violence and by educating them. You cannot lock yourself away from them. You cannot kill them. You cannot fight them. Educate them. And the Guatemalan people are capable of doing that. My message to Guatemala and what I feel for Guatemala is take back control of your lives and take back control of your country. You can do it. You do have control over your country. You do have control over your government and the violence. You just got to get together and make a decision that I want to see change in my country.
Thank you very much for everything.
It's a pleasure, and thank you for having me back in your beautiful country.
Él es Reon Schutte, alguien que nos viene a enseñar un mensaje extraordinario que todos podemos poner en práctica. Si él, bajo las condiciones que estuvo viviendo y con la calidad de vida, si le podemos llamar así, que él tuvo que pasar en esta prisión tan terrible, puede tener una actitud diferente ante la vida, nosotros lo podemos hacer. Continuamos.